Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, YouTubers. It is I, your host, Brita Gamer, here for the third episode of Jurassic World Operation Genesis. Last episode, we went ahead and created our enclosure for our Parasaurolophus and our walking trees. Look at them walking together. I may actually add some more. I don't know. The Brackies look great, just the three of them. But if you guys can't tell by the naming of the episodes, I am going heavily based off of the cards that you get with the 30th anniversary captives eggs. The Raptors on the Loose, or the Velociraptors on the Loose. The Paras, usually it's Paras, or the Parasaurolophus at dinner time, and then the walking trees. But I decided to cut that to the Paras and the walking trees. The Raptors on the Loose, of course, Velociraptors on the Loose. And with the other enclosures that don't have any cards are going to be named... Oh, these are going to be emptying out every 5 minutes. Somebody on a recent video of mine that's doing very well. I'm very happy about it. But the hatching video, or the eggs... I'm sorry, there's going to be a lot of uhs coming from me today. It is... there we go again with another one. But we, I don't even know where I was going. They don't really have... I completely drew a blank. Wow, I'm just, that never happens. Anyway, now, okay. One of the video that I'm talking about, somebody referenced having all they wanted was unlimited feeders. I heavily agree with this. I think having feeders would be a very good idea. But, or feeders that, I don't have to constantly be keeping track of. I want that, and I want storms. We're going to go the heavy fence. Or do I want to do that one? We'll do this one. So we're going to go ahead. If you guys couldn't tell by the thumbnail, I want to do a ceratosaurus exhibit. So we're going to. We're going to do the ceratosaurus. Because... well, I wanted to. I wanted to, like I said, originally I was going to do this setup as the best way possible is to do like an herbivore exhibit one episode and then a carnivore exhibit the next episode. So that's what we're going to do. I think I'm making this a bit too big. Not going to lie. See, how does that look? That's actually not bad. It's a little wonky, and I like it that way. You guys know I love to make some wonky-looking exhibits. So we'll add... we're going to do this. Because the Jeep actually is right there, I can just set this up to go right here. And we'll just go... is that where that is? No, they actually have to drive straight through there. There we go. I don't know what sound that is. I really don't. This is pure aesthetic only. It doesn't do anything. I just think it would look cool. Let's get that in there. There we go. There we go. Cool. So, ceratosaurus, or as I'm going to be calling this episode, the one-horned menace. Very excited for this. One of my favorite dinosaurs from the original game. It was one of the very first dinosaurs I ever got to use, and I enjoyed it. I loved it so much. It was one of my favorite dinosaurs for the sheer fact that it was the first dinosaur I ever got to really build. So, what we're going to do there is we'll do an enclosure. See, I like that it actually shows kind of like a little hidden area of what all it's viewing. So we'll place that there. And then we're going to have one on each side. Let's go ahead and drop. We'll do probably just 2 ceratosaurs here. I can't think of anything else that I would like. But from what I've noticed, people seem to actually be okay with this series. They're kind of liking it. And that makes me happy. It was something I was like, I really want to do something that is going to be good for the fans. Something that everybody can relate to. And this is definitely a series that I personally feel everybody can relate to, because almost everybody, played Jurassic Park Operation Genesis growing up. that was a game I have so many fond memories of when I played it as a kid. I got it for my PlayStation 2, and I actually got it for my birthday, and I had no idea what I had, like, little did I know that I opened up the game that would shape pretty much everything about my love for tycoon games, you know? Like, I had Zoo Tycoon and everything growing up, and my mom and I used to play the original Zoo Tycoon, the collection that came with Dinosaur Digs, Marine Mania, and I believe that was it in the main game itself. But that was just so many, countless hours of fun, and oh my gosh, the mods that I downloaded for that. I had some weird animals. And you gotta remember, back in the old Zoo Tycoon days, a lot of your animals were just like, I'm trying to think, like gifts. It was like it was hilarious. None of them were actual like models or anything. It's half the time they were just like these little PNG like pictures that were just animated, and they would move around and make horrible sounds, and that was enough. Like, that brought back so many like memories of just early like PC gaming for me back, you know, that's the OG PG gaming. But it was great. I enjoyed it. It was my childhood. It shaped everything. But I got Jurassic Park Operation Genesis for the PlayStation 2 for my birthday. I don't remember what birthday it was. But I had that game for years, and I didn't know how to play it. I was horrible. Like, I didn't know how to open the park, and I played for God knows how long before one day I had a friend over, and he was like, have you ever... I was like, you know, I was just placing dinosaurs, and he's like, well, why don't you... What rock do I want to do? Do I want to do that rock? What's the difference here? They look the same to me. He was like, well, why don't you open up your park? And I was like, I don't know how. I thought it was open the whole time. Maybe that guest just didn't show up or something. And then finally he goes, well, you were clicking on the big building right there, and it said open park. So I clicked on it, and then all of a sudden John Hammond did his, you know, the wonder, the modern world, Jurassic Park now open. And I about came unglued. I had guests in my park, and I think I had the game probably for about a year at this point. But you got to remember, it was little young in me, and it was great. Oh, I started learning, like, I actually started to read things, and I had seen a thing that was talking about, hey, you can go to other dig sites and, you know, actually have more than just, you know, the basic dinosaurs in your park. And I remember my first main dinosaur that I got, or that I had hatched out of a whole thing, was I think it was a T-Rex. A T-Rex or a something. I don't remember 100% sure what it was. All I know is that, oh no, I kind of wanted that. I just know that I was... little tiny brooding gamer was through the roof to know that he could finally do something with that game. And it was great. I enjoyed it so much. But that's just my memory. I remember sitting in my room for several hours and playing the story modes, or whatever you want to call them, where you could like try to... This is a different enclosure. It's kind of small. But, you know, ceratosaurus is not a big animal. So honestly, I think this is going to be okay. So many hours of playing the story mode and the challenges, and how annoyed I got with them. And I mean, I got annoyed. I would scream at the TV, and I remember my parents coming in being like, you're done. I'm like, no, I got to figure this out. All these raptors, and like trying to snipe the raptors from a high distance. Oh my gosh, I hated it. But there were some, like, I remember going in there and playing, and like one of them was like, raise your authenticity level. And I could not for the life of me figure out how to beat that story mode mission, because I don't know what authenticity is. Like, that's how young I was. And I would go to my grandmother of all people, and I'd be like, Mama, how do I do this? What am I doing wrong? And she's like, sweetheart, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. I don't even know what game this is. I don't even know how to play a video game. And I'm like, well, what's authenticity? And she's like, I don't know. I have no idea what that is. And I'm like, well, dadgummit, I need to learn. So I ended up like having to call my mom and dad. And I remember at this particular time, it was December. And when I was growing up, my parents would go to North Pole runs. And North Pole runs were my mom and dad going and just doing Christmas shopping. But little tiny me did not understand that. And that's not too big of a topic because, you know, my mom and dad would go and they would meet with Santa Claus and they would talk to him and tell him what me and my brother wanted for Christmas, which was always, you know, for me, dinosaurs and Pokemon stuff and more video games because that's what Brooding Gamer loved when he was that age, and he still loves it to this day, dinosaurs and Pokemon. And, well, now Haley, because now I have to add her into there because, you know, I had to do an adult thing and get engaged. But my mom and dad would always go every December, and Santa Claus would give them a little gift for me to have when I went on their way home, and I would come, or they would come home with these really cool gifts. And I remember my favorite gift of all time that I ever received, ever, growing up as a child, was this old castle. And it had a big lion face on the front. Is that too many rocks? I think that's cool. Let me put one big rock or a few rocks down here. It was this lion castle. And I didn't know what it was called. I just called it the Lion Castle. And if anybody knows, if I can remember, I'm going to put one on screen here because I would love to have just as a reference, and anybody else my age grew up with this, I would love to know. But it was just this big castle, and the lion's face, you push the nose, and it would roar, and there was these little spots throughout the castle that had footprints that you could place these little figurines in, and they would make noise based on whatever character you put in those slots. And it was just so cool because I remember one of the characters that I got for Christmas, my parents Santa Claus loaded me up. And like I said, that's not a topic I'm going to get into because I'm not going to be... For those kids who are watching, yes, there is Santa Claus. There is a Santa Claus. No. Whatever, don't listen to the bullies at school. Santa Claus, he's there. He's real. He's got you. Santa Claus is real. So yeah, just don't ever question it. Don't let those bullies at school tell you believe in Santa Claus, you're how old? You can believe in Santa Claus as long as you want. I will grow up telling my children that there is a Santa Claus. If they ever ask me if there's a Santa Claus, I will tell them the truth. There is indeed a Santa Claus. Sometimes, like I said, this is not a topic I'm going to get into because some kids are going to be like listening and then their parents are going to be like, this man's crazy. But like, yes, I am crazy. Do you know who I am? I am Brooding Gamer. It is dark. I can't see a thing. I don't know if it's not a bad looking enclosure by any means. Not a bad looking one at all. Okay, let's do some ornamental shrubbery here. Ooh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Whew. Okay, I actually really enjoy this exhibit. This looks nice. So let's go ahead and get a couple of our ceratosaurus in there. And I'm going to continue telling my story because I'm actually enjoying telling you guys a big portion of my life. But I grew up taught these things, you know, like there's magic in this world. And, you know, Santa Claus was a huge part of that for me. A huge part of it for me. Santa Claus was a huge part of that for me. And it always made me excited to know that a man in red clothing was going to come down my chimney at night and give me toys. I'm sure a lot of people are like, you know, unfortunately, like people in my family, my uncle and my aunt were very quick to tell my cousins that there is no such thing as Santa. And that was heartbreaking because, you know, I don't like to see the magic taken away from other people. I want, if that is a decision, I want my children to come to that realization themselves. We're going to release these boogers right on in here. We'll do 3 of them. So we've got 3 of our ceratosaurus in here, our one-horned menaces. Menace is harmless. You're harmless? Oh. That's funny. They look good, all three of them walking in a big group together. Anyway, I believe I was telling a story about my favorite Christmas gift of all time. Why is there a... What is this? Oh, is that the same? Is that the same one? Okay, it threw me off for a second. I was like, I don't even know what this is. Yeah, my favorite Christmas gift of all time was this giant lion castle that I was describing, and it came with all these like really cool really cool figurines and all this. And sorry, my fiance is off camera over here distracting me. Don't you have things to do like taxes or something, like adulting? Gosh. Sorry, I was yeah. But yeah, that was like my favorite gift of all time, because it was just I don't even remember why it was such like an important thing to me. Like, I guess I don't need a reason why it was so important to me. It was like the best present I ever received. It was so involved, and I mean, I can't even tell you how many amazing memories I had with this particular toy. It was just it blew my childish mind. And I grew up very blessed. My parents couldn't afford to get me a lot, but they did. They were always trying to like make me not feel like I couldn't have anything. And I hate to admit, I was spoiled growing up. My parents did spoil me for sure. And there was a few times that it did bite them in the butt. But I learned. I learned to be humble about things that I own and things that I've earned. And it became an important thing to me to be humble on owning things. We are going to definitely have to like work around this area some. It's pretty pathetic looking. So I'm thinking, if we've got, where's our food area? Food is, everything is plaza is right there. So I'm thinking we need to put something here. I don't know what, but I want to put something here. And for starters, I need to flatten out this. No, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm having like a brain fart to the max. And I don't even remember honestly how I got into a conversation about my favorite Christmas present of all time. I really don't. I remember talking about Jurassic Park Evolution. I remember that. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. That like cotton candy colored sky, the rain. Oh, makes me excited for summer. Oh, it makes me excited. Super, super excited for summer. Let's go ahead and we're going to place a emergency bunker. Can I help you? Yeah? I don't know if you guys can hear that. I just had to fix my mic. For all I know, it's been a mile away. But let's see if we can do a little bit of decorations here. So I'm going to go ahead and... you know what? No, I've been told that people appreciate when I... Ooh, the Spinosaurus sign is massive. I can't wait to use that. I've been told that they actually appreciate, or people are appreciating, when I kind of talk a little bit more. And I've always been like super self-conscious about that people don't like to hear me talk. So that's why all the time when I'm doing these videos, I'm doing so many like speed builds where I just kind of stop talking, play things in the background, or if it's something that I know is going to be super tedious, I will go ahead and just do that and put music in the background. But sometimes I've had a lot of people actually tell me that they really do appreciate when I'm being more sincere and I'm actually talking. So I may do that more often. I'm going to place stuff here, stuff just to have around the park. We've got a carnivore here, so we'll do that. But thank anybody who's been listening. I'm glad you guys have listened to my randomness. It makes me happy. I think I'm gonna set the time again, because I've had the sun or the day exchange or the day change go to every 10 minutes, kind of like it was in the original game. But I don't think I think it's going by a little too quick now. Like, I like the daytime, but I also don't like... Let's put some lights. Something that I think I have failed to do. We'll put these here in the front. Actually, what I'm going to do, get rid of these. And put these big fire torches right here. And then put the signs down. There we go. Because goodness gracious, these are huge. There's a lot of people out walking today. It feels quite decent. It's like 60-some degrees, I think. It's a very, very pretty day. So, there we go with that. Of course, I'm not done. I do want to put some plants around here and make it look far more appealing than it does now. But let me get over here. I had something I wanted to place here. I'm probably looking in the wrong... No, I am not looking in the wrong area. I am right where I need to be. We'll place these here. Just have these sitting in front of the signs. I've fallen in love with these plants right here. All right. Just have some ground coverage, because that's nice. Ground coverage is always nice. Sir? You gonna get in there? It's not wanting to... It does for like a split second. Right there, right there. There we go. How's that look? Looks good. Kind of uniform. Not something I like, but, you know, it's better than what it was. Place that there. Place that there. Get that there. There we go. That looks pretty dadgum good. And I think what we'll do is we'll put like another exhibit like right in through here later on or something. Because I always get these, like, big opening areas, and I tend to, like, go around the edge of the island for some reason. Like, if I go into the main map here, I tend to always kind of fill out around here and then work my way into the center. I don't know why I always do that, but I have always done that when I do park builds. Sometimes I'm probably thinking I should, like, go around the edge and then kind of fill in here in between. Part of me has been wanting to stick with my original theming when I used to do Operation Genesis builds, which was put all herbivores on one side of the park and then all carnivores on the other side of the park. But I think what I'll do is I'll probably just kind of do, like, maybe I'll do a carnivore exhibit up here and then the next exhibit right up here. And then I know in the middle of the park I want to do, like, a big, like, I'll probably save this for, like, the Tyrannosaur. Because obviously the T-Rex is going to be like the main focus of the park. Yes, we'll have like a Spinosaurus, but the T-Rex will probably end up being the main focus. So let me actually... I do want to go ahead and cover this area up back in here with some trees. Just to cover any opening area here. And it kind of just does give a better look into the background, too. Because, you know, oh, there's trees. You can't see the seam line or anything. There we go. That looks pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with that. I do like this exhibit. I'm happy with it. The ceratosaurus exhibit turned out to be a lot better than what I thought. And they're all sticking together, I've noticed. They tend to... Yeah, they've all been sticking together pretty close. Hey, baby. How you doing? Okay. All right. So, there we go. We'll do a little bit of decor over here. I will keep the signs where they're at because I don't want to have to, like, move those again. But I will go ahead and place these right next to them. ever so slightly. There we go. And those do actually light up that sign. That looks really cool. So let's go ahead and place... I don't like this. I really wish that we would have like a better... Because yeah, that looks good that way. But what if I want to do like reflect of that? And I can't. I can only do like the same curve every time. And I don't like that. So I have to get rid of that. Nope, I overshot. Okay. We need archways. We need so much more. Like, I appreciate what they've done for us, but we need more. Ooh, somebody is not happy. I think I have an idea for what I want to do the next episode. And I'm kind of excited for it. And I think that will actually benefit this whole area here being big and open. So that way, get some flowers in here. You always gotta get some flowers. Let's see here. Big palm tree. I've not been naming any of these things either, so I don't know if I want to... There we go. I mean, it's not... It could be a lot better. It really could. So, yeah, I think what I'll do is end up turning this area right through here. This may be a large enclosure right here. A very large one. And I have an idea. I don't know what I'm going to name it yet, but I do have the basic premise of what I want to do. I just don't want to... Or maybe I'll set that over here. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll do like a large enclosure. I think I am going to stick with my original idea. Do herbivores on one side of the park and then carnivores on the other. And then I think right through here is going to be like a large herbivore exhibit. I don't know what I want to do yet. I have an idea, but we'll figure that out. I am going to of course, go ahead and end this episode off here. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll get some of that sunset in here. I do love having that sunset involved. Or that sunrise, I guess. Zooming out there. But thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope my random babbling didn't like distract you guys too much from the build. But I hope you guys enjoyed what I did. I want to get over here and I want to zoom in on our ceratosaurus and take a quick gander at them. I feel like the exhibit could be a little bit like... I don't know what you guys think. They're spending a lot of time walking up and down the hill for some reason. I don't know why, but they really are. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of the build. Let me know what you guys think about the build. Let me know what you guys would like to see here coming up soon. I do have a lot of people requesting for Dryosaurus, and obviously Dryosaurus will be placed in this park. I don't know when I'll be doing it, because I already know what I'm doing for the next episode, but I will definitely be getting that put together here soon. So probably not next episode, but the episode, not even the next episode after that, because I'm going to be doing an herbivore episode next, and then a carnivore episode after that, which I do have an idea with what I want to do. And we'll go from there. I think I need to put something like right in through here. But yes, thank you all for watching. I love every single one of you. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed making it. And if you guys have yet to check out my latest video about the hatchling dinosaurs in Jurassic World Evolution 2, go ahead and check that out. It is doing amazing. And I appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving it. If you guys have yet to subscribe to the channel, of course, and you want to see more Jurassic World Evolution 2 goodness, by all means, go ahead and check out all of that. Subscribe, and you guys can see more, and hit that bell button icon for more updates. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Love you all, and I will see you all in the next video. This is Brooding Gamer, signing out.